Came into work today. Tracy, my producer, gave me some credit, and that's faint praise coming from her because she's a tough cookie. But she said, Mike, you were right. You said it on the show a week or so ago. You said the Democrats are going to start comparing Trump's Madison Square Garden rally to the Nazi rally of 1939. Text message from Arizona. Mike, you were right. You called it. Hillary did it last night. Play the clip. Let's play the clip, Christian. This is what look, my instincts are pretty good around here. I mean, I know I'm the only one that believes it, but I've got some pretty good gut instincts. And I know how desperate and how much despair the Democrats are exhibiting right now. And they trotted out poor, tired, haggard Hillary Clinton last night on CNN, who was talking about this Sunday's rally at Madison Square Garden. It's going to be a packed house for Donald Trump. It'll be a huge, epic, national, exuberant celebration of Donald Trump. And here's what Hillary had to say about it to Caitlin Collins last night on CNN.
And, one other thing that you'll see next week, Caitlin, is Trump actually reenacting the Madison Square Garden rally in 1939. I write about this in my book. President Franklin Roosevelt was appalled that neo-Nazis, fascists in America were lining up to essentially pledge their support for the kind of government that they were seeing in Germany. So I don't think we can ignore it.
I asked the audience earlier what you thought of Hillary's remarks, and to a person, everybody said the response is to laugh at this pitiful lady, to just laugh it off, to laugh. This is high comedy. He's trying to recreate the 1939 Nazi rally. What is it, because of the venue? So that means everybody who goes to Madison Square Garden is automatically a Nazi? What about when you had the Democrat National Convention at Madison Square Garden? I covered it. I've covered a lot of political conventions in my career. I was in New York City covering the DNC at, that's right, Madison Square Garden. It's not even a sophisticated argument. It's crude and it's hysterical. But I told you a week or two ago they were going to do it. I warned you. They were absolutely going to do it. They were going to compare the Nazi rally of 1939 to Trump's rally this weekend. Can you imagine the level of desperation and despair and rage that these pitiful people are feeling? And more importantly than that, you hear what Hillary's saying, right? She's calling you and me Nazis and fascists. Trump says it over and over and over again. They're not coming after me. They're coming after you. I'm just in their way. Hillary hates you and me. Hillary has never gotten over losing the 2016 election. It's why she continually disputed the outcome by claiming that Trump colluded with the Russians and that Trump wasn't legitimately elected. That was something that was done over and over and over again, not only by Hillary, but by all the prominent Democrats. They're allowed to deny an election. We're just not. We can't dispute 2020. But they could dispute 2016 as often and as long as they wanted. They're hypocrites, and most importantly, they're clowns. She's the ringmaster of a three-ring circus. And for her to go on national television and to stand up and say that Trump is trying to recreate a 1939 Nazi rally by having a rally at one of the most famous arenas in the world. Wonder what is that Dolan that owns MSG? Is that James Dolan? Wonder what he thinks about his venue being likened to a Nazi rally in 1939. I wonder how New Yorkers feel about it. This is where we are. This is where we are. They're desperate. They're alarmed. They're terrified. And, you know, if it weren't for the pain that Hillary is causing Jewish Americans with those kinds of disgusting, reprehensible remarks, it would be laugh out loud funny. It really would be. It would be just it's laugh out loud funny. Nazi, you're recreating a 1939 rally? This is beyond insanity. Man, oh man, you look at these headlines 11 days before the election. Axios, behind the curtain, Democrats fear they're blowing it. Growing number of top Democrats say they feel Vice President Kamala Harris will lose. Another headline, Trump is holding the lead in most of the battleground states. And the close for Kamala Harris is that Trump is Adolf Hitler, and those of us who are supporting him are Nazis. Hillary Clinton got dredged out of wherever she's been hiding and gave an interview to Caitlin Collins last night on CNN and essentially said that more than half the country that supports Donald J. Trump is just a giant group of Nazis.
And, you know, one other thing that you'll see next week, Caitlin, is Trump actually reenacting the Madison Square Garden rally in 1939. I write about this in my book. President Franklin Roosevelt was appalled that neo-Nazis, fascists in America were lining up to essentially pledge their support for the kind of government that they were seeing in Germany. So I don't think we can ignore it.
Oh, did you write about it in your book, Hillary? Did you really? Was Franklin Roosevelt appalled at Nazis in Madison Square Garden in 1939? Because we're all appalled that there were Nazis at Madison Square Garden in 1939. This is what they've got? This is really their close? This is their final argument? That we're all a bunch of Nazi wannabes? My gosh. Nothing about Kamala's policies? Well, what's she going to say? What could she say after 4 years of open borders and lawlessness and wars all over the world? What's she going to, what record? Soaring inflation, horrible prices at the pump, interest rate. What's she going to say? I guess all you got is, well, you're a Nazi. All you got is Trump must be Hitler. He liked Hitler. How can you vote for a guy who likes Hitler? And the funny part is none of the nudniks who follow Kamala Harris even believe it. They don't believe Trump's Hitler. I know they don't like the guy, but he's winning, which means that more people in America want 4 years of Trump than they want 4 years of Kamala. And if all you've got is that we're all Nazis, I like our chances. But Nazis, well, that's I don't know how much worse that gets. To call somebody a Nazi? Here's Kevin McCarthy, who is a former Speaker of the House, congressman from California. He was on Fox Business Network talking about Kamala Harris's closing argument that Trump is Hitler and we're a bunch of fascists and Nazis for supporting him.
When she says fascists and Hitler, to me, it's jumping the shark. Because the thing you've got to know is, here we are, she spent $1 billion. Can you name me the 3 things she says she's going to do if she wins? I say this to Democrats. They can name one thing. She's going to create inflation in the housing market and give everybody $25,000. That's it.
That's all they got. They got nothing. They've got nothing.